Okay, so here's the explanation. So the for loop begins right here, and then it just repeats itself. So these are the number one, and you can see that this can be broken up into, say, starting here, you're going to have spaces, and then you're going to do one, and then you're going to have zero spaces. So let's just do this here. So it's kind of set up like this. And there are 9 spaces, I believe, here. 0 spaces here, 9 spaces here, and then the number 1. So then you move to the next part, which has 8 spaces. 1, 2 spaces, 1, and 8 spaces. So because there's 0 spaces, they're right next to each other. Here you've got 2 spaces in between, like that. And the total number of vertical positions that are taken are 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9. So that's 20 total. 9 on either side is 18. And then 2 for the ones. Now here you have the same thing. You have 16 on the outside plus 2 in the middle. That's 18 plus the 2 ones. So all of these always add up to 20. The next one would be 7 spaces, a 1, and then 4 spaces, and then a 1, and then 7 spaces. So that's how you create this to this point. Then you would redo everything starting at the case where, the outside case is 0 spaces, 1, a 1. So let's redo that. So that's going to take a little thinking. Okay, so you have 0 spaces, you have 1, you have 9 spaces, you have, actually what you have is you have 18 spaces in the middle. So you have 18, and then you have 1, and then you have 0. So this goes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 to 0. This goes 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And again, if you take 0 plus 1 for the number 1 plus 18 plus 1 for the number 1 plus 0, you still get 20. So these always add up to 20. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a loop, which is going to put 9 spaces here. So that's how you'll do it. What you'll do is you'll print out, when you do your serial print, you can just put a space here, not an underline, but just a space on your keyboard. So that gives you a space. When you print out the 1, it'll just be 1 like that with the quotation marks. So you have a loop that does 9, then prints out a 1, then prints out it has a loop with 0 spaces. Then you print out the 1. So this will also require a loop. This will just be a single printout. That's just a line of code, and these will be print, but not print ln. Then you'll print out a 1 using this. Then you'll have another loop that does that. And you can see these sizes of the loops change. Now to here, at this point, you'll do a print ln so that it starts a new line. So you have a loop, print 1, a loop, print 1, a loop, print just you could do a print in space, or you could just print, you could just do 2 quotes with nothing in there. and then do a print ln, which will then start the new line. Then when you get down to this point, then what you do instead of, say, counting from, what I did was I counted from 1 to 9, and then this number was the counter times 2, 2 times 0, 2 times 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, etc., all the way up to 2 times 9. And then the size of this loop, I went from 9 to 8 to 7 to 6, to 5, 4, 3, 2, down to 0. Then if you do this one, what it'll do, it'll come together like this, and it'll finish here, and then you'll have the total loop. We'll come back and start all over again. Okay, so that's as much as I want to give you. It is a little tricky. It'll give you some chance to test your brain.